Hi you guys, so welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you something that you should have as a baker. Some important tools that you should be using in your kitchen and which are multi-purpose, which will help you in any dessert that you make. I had a really bad habit of collecting tools over the years, and they just collected dust, and it was just money wasted. So I would like to show you some of the tools that I keep using time and again and that really have served their purpose. So I'm going to begin by talking about my most favorite, the weighing scale. So I really love using a weighing scale because it gives me accurate measurements whenever I want to bake any kind of dessert or any recipe. And I really don't prefer using teaspoons and cups because the measurement always varies. And I have found that every cup and teaspoon has a slightly different measurement, and sometimes they really don't work if you want to be really specific for recipes. So as a professionally trained pastry chef, and also if you're starting to bake, I would definitely recommend you to invest in a good weighing scale. I got this one off Amazon, and it's really cheap and something really basic, and it works perfectly fine. All that I have to do is change the batteries when it runs out. And another weighing scale that I really love is this tiny jeweler's weighing scale, which I use for micro measurements for something like 1 gram to 2 gram. It's really accurate, and it's also like really handy to have and really cheap to buy as well. So you must, if you're really looking into baking, I would recommend that you just skip over the cups and the teaspoons, and any good baker will give you their recipes in grams because they know that the cups and spoons measurements is a little bit shaky. And the next one that I really want to show you is my favorite spatulas. So I really love these silicone spatulas because they are so handy, and they are really good at scraping out the last bit of dough or batter out of the bowl, and they're really handy, and they last such a good while, and it's a great investment. They are slightly expensive, but they are definitely better, and they're so sturdy. So it's good to have at least a couple. I have quite a few lying around which I use all the time. The next that I really want to show you is this elbow palette knife. I use this all the time for my creams, ganaches, anything that I just want to smoothen out and to decorate my cake. If you're not really good at piping skills, that's fine. You can still use your elbow spatula and make patterns on your cake, and it's just such a good tool to have. The next that I really want to show you is a good whisk. So if you don't want to invest in like a KitchenAid or like a hand beater, you can still go with the old method of whisk. And this is really good for aerating your batter or aerating flours, and it's just so helpful. Like I don't know what I would do without it in my kitchen. The next that I really want to show you is a silicone mat. So a silicone mat is kind of like a parchment paper, but it's much better. So silicone mat is really handy when you want to bake something, and it helps to peel off the desserts really easily, and also it's washable, guys. So you don't have to keep cutting strips of paper every time you want to bake some cookies or you want to make a sponge cake as well, and you just have to lay this flat, and it's just so good. It's so versatile. Now we just get into cake tins. Here I'm just showing you a couple that I have. Actually, I do have one more. I'll just get that. So when it comes to cake tins, there are like so many choices that you have. These are like the most basic ones that I'm showing you right now. This is something that I use for a brownie when I want to make a really small batch, and this is my regular sponge cake size when I just want to make like a birthday cake. So it's a 6-inch tin, and I think this is a 6-inch square tin. And then you have so many options in cake tins and cake molds. So this is a Madeleine mold that I purchased. I really love Madelines, and hopefully I'll be able to show you that recipe if you want to see it. And I really like using this. It's a traditional mold, and you get like these beautiful shells over here, and it's just such a nice tool to have. And then this is another loaf tin kind of mini cake mold tin that I have. It's really handy and it's nice to use. I haven't really used it so much, but I really like the shape, so I have that. And then if you are really interested, so if you find that it's really tiring to kind of work with the whisk, then you have the beater. I just had to check if it was recording. And then you have the beater. So this beater is so good. I still haven't purchased a KitchenAid because most of my batches are small and I haven't really started working with really big batches of dough because I don't have a bakery. But I find that this is really good and it's so handy. I've been using this since almost 6 years now and it hasn't given up on me once. It's such a good little beater and it's from Panasonic, so I recommend that you buy one. It's super handy. And the last thing that I want to show you, the second last thing that I want to show you is the cling wrap. I use cling wrap all the time. I wish I did have to because, well, plastic, but I don't see any best alternative for cling wrap at the moment, though I'm trying really hard. But cling wrap is just so versatile and it just helps me in so many things, so many ways. So I think if you are not totally averse to using cling wrap, you can definitely purchase some cling wrap. And tell me if you know any ways to reuse cling wrap, or I can probably, do something with plastic waste, and I would love to hear some suggestions from you. And then the very last thing for decoration are tips. So the tips are really handy if you are into piping and into decorating cakes. And I have like just a couple which I keep using time and again, because honestly one tip does a lot of work and design for you. You don't have to buy like multitudes of tips, and one tip can do so many designs for you. You just have to be a little bit more creative with it. So this is my favorite tip, and this is like the multi-pointed star tip, and it's so good. It's really handy, and I have made so many designs with it. So I would recommend you to just purchase like a few 3-4 tips in the beginning until you start to get used to the idea of piping, and you can practice more and more, and then if you want, of course, you can go ahead and buy more tips. And then the last thing is that seriously, you need a good quality glove. I don't know what I would do without a glove. So a glove and an apron is a must, guys. Like, I am so messy in the kitchen. I mean, sometimes even if I have an apron on, I still tend to get something on my shirt. So I would recommend that you should buy an apron and a glove. And one more thing that I really want to tell you about is a zester. So this zester is so useful. I use it to zest lemons and even sometimes to rub cinnamon stick, and it's so good. It gives you that really fine strands of lime when you zest it, and it's really good for adding flavor in your cakes. So I would suggest if you get a zester, it's also called a microplane, and I would suggest that you purchase one. So I hope you guys enjoyed that small glimpse into my kitchen. Of course, I have some more tools than these, but honestly, if you're just starting, I don't think you need anything more than this. This is what I had when I began, and of course, like, I had a really bad habit of hoarding things, and those things never ever were used by me. So I would recommend that you purchase just a few of these things, and it's not too expensive, everything that I have just told you about, and it's super handy. Yes, it is. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, please do like, comment, subscribe, and do let me know what you would like to see in the next video. I love to hear suggestions from you guys so that I can curate more interesting content for you. So thank you, and see you in the next video. Like, comment, share and subscribe, and don't forget to visit the website for the recipes.